I decided to do a video on Durianrider and what he eats in a day. Most of his what I eat in a day videos are just like, I don't know what happened. It's really not what I eat in a day. So I kind of, and there's one I'm looking for. So if he watches this video, I need to find it. He has one where he puts like an entire bag of sugar on top of some cornflakes. I've actually done that before in the past. It's not bad. I just don't really trust General Mills all that much, so I don't do cornflakes anymore. I've seen way too many weird stuff come out of them. So I'm going to start playing here. I've got five videos here, and I've got my little times marked that I want to play. He is by far the most consistent in this whole thing since the beginning of the whole thing started. You know, since him and Life Regenerator, Moneybags, Life Regenerator. Life Regenerator is actually the one that got me started into it. And well, David Wolf, technically I saw him first, thought he was a snake salesman. I didn't trust him from like the first minute I saw that dude, so I flipped him off. But I saw Life Regenerator in the suggested on the side there, and I'm like, I'll check this dude out. He's got long hair, no shirt, out in the middle of nowhere, doing his thing. And he was like true to the game in the beginning, and then that money hit him hard. So now he's a hermit. He won't come out. He only comes out for Moneybag, and then he disappears again. So Durianrider's been the only one true to the game. I'm gonna have to go back, rewind this. I probably should have done this before the video, but that wouldn't be my video, would it? All right, so here we go.
You ready?
Action.
So I've got the rice cooked. This very simple staple here. We have the rice. So I've got the rice cooked, very simple staple. Basically all I do, one spoon, I don't even look, I just feel it, just measuring it out. I look, and that's basically dinner. This is all you need, man. Is a little bit of food. I did 250k ride today, but I only averaged maybe 200 watts. If I did 300 watts for 250k, then I could probably have it a couple more scoots. But we keep it lean. We don't need too much, and that's dinner. That's all you need. It's pure energy. It's pure energy. White rice is so fattening. That's all you need, and you're done. This will time me over like for at least 4 or 5 days. Just really, you don't need too much rice because you just blow out, man. That's all I need. So if you don't do any sport, no carbohydrate, just eat lots of fat. If you're sitting your fat ass on the fucking sofa, farting your life away, eat more fat. The reason why you're fat is you haven't eaten enough fat.
He's gonna get me in trouble with his swearing. I try not to swear because I know YouTube gets his feelings hurt when you do that. This is just him being him right here. The reason I picked this video, honestly, is because this was posted on my birthday. So I figured that was as good a reason as any. We're going to get to the meat of the thing.
This is what I'm going to have. It's probably maybe 1,000 calories here, maybe that. I eat 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day, and I sit most of the day behind the computer. That's why I've got creases in my neck. I spend so much time looking down. I've got so much creases in my neck. That's how much I sit down. So you've got to carb up, seriously, no trolling aside. You got to eat like an African, Kenyan, Rwandans, Ugandans, just rice, sugar, bananas, and fruits and veggies, potatoes, yams. And these people aren't eating the KFC maybe once a year for a fucking holiday or something. But that's
all right. So I've got other videos to play, but I'm just gonna kind of comment on this. You know, I'm not really huge into science. I really don't buy into it all that much. I know I might lose some subscribers just from saying that because everybody's into it these days. You don't see deer out there with clipboards like, you know, like, oh, I ate this much today. I didn't have that today. You don't see squirrels out there saying, you know, with a clipboard saying, oh man, that nut is going to be too much for me. They just eat and they get the results. You can see these animals are crazy. These squirrels are all over the place. They can jump like 2 stories and then just keep running like it's nothing. So they eat exactly what they need to eat. So I go by results. This dude's been skinny, almost anemic looking, or anorexic looking. Not anemic, anorexic looking most of the time I've seen him. Now he's on anabolics. Not a huge fan, but I can't understand where he's coming from. I have been able to put on muscle almost too easily, where to the point where I've been blamed for being on anabolics by doctors, and I'm like, okay, you know, you come over my house anytime, and if you can find them, then I guess you're right. So I'm going to start off this video right here. I actually placed this one in the right spot. This is just more the beginning of this. He always looks homeless to me. I know he's got a bunch of money. I hope he sees this. I really do. And he can comment on this. I don't understand. He always, there's like one piece of furniture in the house. There's like bananas on the floor. There's banana peels on the floor. There's a cat. There's a spiders in the corner. I guess to each their own.
For Ryan, actually, I'm going to smash down a litre of water. Always when you wake up, smash down a litre of water. Come back from training or whatever, smash down a litre of water. I'm going to have this drink of water before my banana smoothie. If you're thirsty after a meal, you didn't drink enough water before that meal. That's another sign you're hydrated. Is you can smash down a quart, boom, like that. People often say to me, oh, Harley, like...
He is right about this. I highly, highly, highly suggest that you drink an entire liter. I don't have one down here, but this fake mason jar with the handle on it is 16 ounces. So 2 of these in the morning, your digestion will thank you for it. You will notice a massive improvement. If you're somebody who can actually squat or get a squatting toilet, that's even better. Unfortunately, because my ankle is fixed, I can't squat as good as I used to be able to. So that's not a huge reality for me anymore. So I'm going to fast forward in this video to where he finally gets to the portion of the what I eat in a day video. He can blabber on just as much as I can. So we're going to be hit with ads here. So let me get these ads out of the way.
Around 100 grams.
All right, so this is from when he... Now, I do have to say this before he starts speaking. He says he puts 22 bananas, I think, in this. I've got the same carafe. I mean, I don't think he uses a Vitamix, but I have a Vitamix and it's very similar. I don't know how he fits 22 bananas.
Bananas, around 100 grams sugar, and a big handful, about 100 grams of dried fruit straps from Fruit Wise, the SA dried fruit people. So that's about 350 calories for the fruit straps, about 100, 400 calories. Around 28, 2900 calories for this one. So it's almost a 3,000 calorie meal here. I'm going to enjoy this one, just sip it slow. Tastes so good, so sweet and fruity. Just fucking awesome. Had my quarter water just before. Gonna smash down some sugar. Clusterfuck the cells of glucose, fructose, potassium, and about 1,000 other vitamins and minerals and coenzymes and phytonutrients found in your fresh bananas. Let's kick back, watch some Vice documentaries on YouTube. Let's get it started. See you soon.
While he's doing this, I have done this. I do this almost every day. I have kind of screwed up. I did not rotate the bananas correctly, so I've been having to have rice the past few mornings. What are you going to do? This time of year, it's very hard to time the ripening of bananas when it's colder out. So you see, he finished it.
That was surprisingly easy. Almost 3,000 calories. You just witnessed it. You just saw it. Smashed it down. Smashed it down. People will tell you.
Okay, that's where I'm going to stop that one. That's the end of that video for me. I don't know if I'm going to link these below. I guess I'll link them below just to give him credit for it. So if you don't have good timing on ripening bananas, rice is not the best alternative. Fruit is obviously the best alternative, but right now it is so hard to get good fruit. It's almost, I'm not going to say impossible, especially if you've got like a good Asian market near you. Then you're golden. Getting fruit, especially ripe fruit at an Asian market, is not hard because they understand what fruit is supposed to be. I've got a couple downtown that I can just go to. They're huge, so you might not have access to something like that, but I went in there last Sunday, and there's just ripe bananas. There was ripe persimmons. There was ripe... What else did they have? I mean, they had cactus fruit, I believe. They had dragon fruit. Just stuff that you're not going to find at your typical... Even if you do go to Whole Foods or something like that, you're going to find dragon fruit, but it's going to be like $15 a piece or some ludicrous price. And I've lived on the East Coast and here, and it doesn't matter which one you go to. That kind of fruit is just so overpriced. And dragon fruit, I'm not really a huge fan of anyway. So I'm going to get into this next video. I can't even remember. Oh, he's talking about pasta in this one, I think. If I can find it. You would think I would have done this beforehand, but I didn't. You get a little longer time with me. All right, here we go.
Meal is dedicated. Oh Lord, dedicated.
Here we go
meal
with
to all
this.
the low carbs out there,
Him having
starving
bananas
themselves
on
and
the
clogging their arteries.
This
and
shirt,
fucking up
I mean,
their
I love this
insulin
shirt. It's like
receptor
a
sites with
spirit
high-fat,
animal
low
almost.
carb, animal-based diet.
Talks
Oh man,
about his sauces.
there's some
This is
sauces
something
here.
else I've talked about as well.
Put some vegan oil-free sauces on there. Varies from country to country. You got a lot of vegan sauces out. Just Google it up. Oil-free sauce is what we want. Boom. Where's the book? Where's the Diabetes Bible? This is a recipe from Dr. Neil Barnard's book. The guest book. Fetch your recipe today. Pasta and sauce. Very basic, very cheap, organic. Very simple to get. Very cheap, very economical. Very satisfying. That's 3,100 calories in there. 3,000. Carbs make you fat. All the people starving out there, this meal's for you. Let's chow down.
All right, I'm going to stop it there because he just kind of goes into this little tantrum that he goes into here, and he does a, what did they call that? The high-speed thing of him eating. Oh, yeah, I can't believe I forgot the name of that. He scrubs through eating this thing. I don't think he actually finishes it. I don't know how long that would take to eat because noodles take forever to eat. I mean, forever. You look at that and you're like, I can fork that down real quick. That ain't happening. That is not happening. That is not gonna happen. So let's go to 1540. All right. Oh, I guess I do. I do have written down. I guess let's just watch it, see what happens here. Again, if you can't find access to good fruit, then just do pasta, do rice, do potatoes, I mean, the more whole the food, the better. But, you know, obviously, if the whole food doesn't always satisfy you. That's one of the problems I've run into is if I have too much potatoes and stuff like that, I just cannot get it full. You know, I'll be full for an hour, but that's about it. So we can see that he's making his way through this.
It's almost done. I've had to have a bit of a break here. This is definitely, I promote eat till discomfort. Don't eat to pain. If you do vomit, eat what you vomit. That's the saying in cycling. Eat till you vomit and then eat what you vomited.
Okay. He just keeps on going about, you know, some of this vomiting and eating. I don't know if he was legit on that. I have no idea. I'm not practicing that. I don't advise that. I do advise eating till, gotta rewind this, till you are almost in discomfort. Because otherwise, I just don't see how you're eating enough. I just don't. You're going to be eating so often if you don't. So that's up to you. If you want to eat every hour, then that's fine. But if you don't feel like eating every hour, then I would just eat a little bit past discomfort and just kind of let the digestion happen. This one is a very short video. I just wanted to kind of show you what he was able to buy. If you're out of country or something like that, or if you're in country, just how much you can actually buy with $30. Now, I don't suggest oatmeal. Oatmeal actually does have a lot of fat per calorie or per gram.
8,000 calories here. We've got the sugars, we've got the rice, we've got the oats, we've got a bit of condiment, soy sauce. Then I could get my $30 and the C is, you see that, $27 Aussie, rice, sauce, or 1 packet of pasta sauce, oats, quick and easy, lean motherfuckers.
Cut that out. YouTube can't handle things anymore. So you can see what he lives off of. Now, he's already skinny. If you're already skinny, if you're watching this, you're already skinny, you just want to kind of get some laughs and stuff about Durianrider, oatmeal is fine for you. If you're really trying to lose weight, if you're really struggling losing weight, if it's just not coming off as fast as you want to, oatmeal is something that I would definitely cut out. I would just do, like I've mentioned quite a few times, if you've got a rice cooker, and you should have a rice cooker, just do rice porridge. I only recommend one company. I know it's a little expensive, but it is what it is. They last forever. They work perfectly. There's a Zoji Rushi, and I don't know of any of them that don't have a porridge setting. I've seen quite a few of these things, whether in person or owned them. I've only owned 2, but I know a lot of people who own this rice cooker. I don't know of any of them that don't have a porridge setting. And if you don't have a porridge setting on it, you can just, it's or 3 cups of water to 1 cup of rice, and you can make it on the stove. It's not as easy, and the only people that I know who do it on the stove is Japanese people, and they have a really fancy clay pot that they do it in. So this is my last video.
There's no cheese, there's no meat on here. I always check my pizzas before I eat them in case someone forgot. So see how big they are. So for scale, bigger than your head. So we've got 3 pizzas here. It's about 1,000 calories each. So I'm going to have a 3,000 calorie pizza meal. There's no oil here. There's minimal salt. 100% vegan. Low fat. A little bit of salt. Not too salty though. I like them very low salt. I'll put a little link down below for a good vegan pizza recipe. Low fat, McDougall style. Is it better than fruit? Obviously not, but it's a great backup plan. I'm about giving people backup plans. I've got plenty of bananas over there I could eat, but I wanted to give some people something to talk about. If you crave pizza and you're into raw foods, eat more fruit so you get your carb needs. Don't make a raw vegan pizza with no carbs in it, and the next day you're like, oh my god. And then a week later you're so glucose exhausted, you're just like, fuck this raw food thing, give me whatever. If you want pizza, have a fucking high carb, low fat vegan pizza. Or have fruit. Meet your carbohydrate intake daily.
All right, that's going to be that for Durianrider. I'm going to be done with that whole thing. I agree with him with the pizza thing. If you want a pizza, just get a pizza. Now, even if you get a vegan pizza from a pizza shop, chances are when they were making the dough, there is oil involved with the dough. Even if they didn't put the oil in the dough to prove it, they probably put oil on it so it doesn't stick to whatever it's proving in. But that's not always the case. Sometimes these places will make dough and they will put it in like a little bag. And so each individual one's weighed out, and then the little bag, it'll prove in there a little faster. So if they do it that way, then they don't need oil. But if they prove it in metal or plastic containers or something like that, chances are there's oil in it. I mean, I ran a bakery for a while at a deli, and I mean, there's a lot of oil involved, a lot. So take that with what it is. You might want to make your own. It's not that hard. It's like 3 ingredients: is water, yeast, and flour. The longest process is well, if you want a really good dough, it does take about 15 minutes. If you've got a stand mixer, if you don't, it might take even longer if you're going to hand knead it. So keep that in mind. But then you can control how much or no oil in the whole thing. And once it's done, like I said, just put it in a bag, improve it. It won't stick, and if it does stick, it'll be very minimal. To get it to stick even less, maybe wet the top of the dough, and when you put it in there, it'll kind of just slide around in the bag. It's not a big deal. So that's my video. He's been the most consistent of anybody. He is definitely, I'm not really, like I said before, I'm not really worried about the science. I really, science is generally, the results go to the highest bidder. So it really, I don't really buy into it much. You know, if you I would take that as for what it is. So, especially with the, you know, this paleo thing and this keto thing, you know, paleo claimed that there was tubs growing on trees, that they just unscrew the tub, take their scoop out. I mean, this is back in like the early Paleolithic days. They had a Vitamix there. They would just take the tub down. They would put the stuff in their Vitamix that they had. They plugged it into the air, to their Tesla power coil, to, you know, just plug it into nowhere, and it ran. You know, according to these paleo people, the keto think that somehow we could outrun every animal on the planet and we killed them, and then after that we only ate the fat and the protein. I don't know where these people come up with this stuff. I really don't. You know, it's just like, just visualize, and this is going to be the end of it. Just visualize you're running after this antelope or whatever you're running after, and you pass an entire field of bananas. They're ripe. And you're like, we got to eat. And they got bananas over there. Are you going to just keep on running after that antelope? Or are you just going to go and chow down on the bananas, haul some back to wherever your people are at, and just call it a day? Just think about this. Anyway, that's my video. And talk to you next time.